With that all out the way now, you want to know who we think's going to win the game. Let's turn now to the rest of our staff at Warchant.com to make their game prediction picks.
The Florida State Seminoles are looking to cap off a perfect regular season with a win in the ACC Championship game against Louisville. Will they get it done? Yeah, I think so. I know some people are very concerned about the weather. That's almost always very overrated. Look, I like Jack Plummer. He's a solid quarterback. Louisville really across the board is very good. I'll say one thing, Jack Plummer will turn the ball over. He's had 11 interceptions on the season, especially the case he struggles when under pressure, which is something FSU did really well down in Gainesville. If they get pressure on Plummer, I think that'll really help FSU's chances. The other thing I look for here is special teams. If there's an area Louisville has some problems with, it's on special teams. They rank 91st according to PFF in special teams. So anyway, I think FSU wins. Final score, FSU 30, the Cardinals 24. And FSU moves on to the playoffs.
What's up, Seminole fans? It's your old friend Corey Clark here with my prediction. Not sure what's going on with my glasses there, but just deal with it. Anyway, I think it's going to be a close game. Clearly, that's what Florida State will play. I don't expect it to be a high-scoring affair, but I just think there's something a little magical about this team, even with a backup quarterback against a pretty good team, number 14 in the country. I expect Florida State to do enough, get enough stops on defense, and then Rodemaker and the boys will score enough, just enough, to get this thing done. I'm saying Florida State 27, Louisville 21. Peace and love.
Are you ready to sweat some bullets on Saturday? I think that's what's going to happen. I think with the weather being a concern, with Florida State's offense being as banged up as it is, and obviously not having a couple of your key contributors at full strength at minimum, you've got yourself a battle on your hands here. The good news is Florida State's defense has been exceptional, and you're not facing a mobile quarterback. You're facing somebody in Jack Plummer that I think Florida State can bring to the ground early and often. So, in the end, is Florida State that number right there, 13-0? I say yes, but if you have fingernails, be prepared for them to disappear by the end of the game on Saturday. Final score, Florida State 24, Louisville 17. We're going to the college football playoff.
I think the main story for this game will be how well Florida State's offensive line can handle this Louisville front. I know for a lot of people it sounds scary the way they've been playing recently, but I think it's pretty similar to how Florida State plays, where they rotate, where Louisville likes to rotate a lot of guys in and out, and these guys are used to seeing that, so I don't think it'll affect them a whole lot. But again, if they can get that running game going, I think Florida State will win this one. I still think it's going to be close. I'll go with 24-21 Florida State.
Thank you, gentlemen. Pressure now turns to the panel. 8 p.m., ABC, Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. Florida State looking for their first ACC championship since 2014. Ira Schofel, can Florida State, Tate Rodemaker, gut it out, not just survive and advance, but survive and thrive and punch their ticket to the college football playoff with a win over Louisville on Saturday?
Man, yeah, I think they're going to win this game. I think it's two evenly matched teams, especially with Florida State not having Jordan Travis. I think they're two similar teams in that they're both pretty balanced. Neither one is glaringly good on one side of the ball or glaringly bad on the other side of the ball, although the offense did look that way in Gainesville. But, I think Florida State, where I'm going to give Florida State the edge is overall in the defense. I think the defense overall is a bigger plus for Florida State than I think that's the best segment in this football game. And I also think that Florida State's skill is a little bit better. Louisville's got some nice pieces, as Jeff said, but I think overall Florida State's got a little bit more game-breaking type talent, and I think you've got to see those guys step up. This could not be a game where Keon Coleman only gets one catch. This is a game that those guys, Keon Coleman, Johnny Wilson, Jaheim Bell, Trey Benson, have to make plays, and I think that they will. So I think Florida State's going to win this game, but it's going to be really close, man. I think it's going to be a great game down the stretch. I like Florida State to win 28-24.
2.5 point line was 5.5 at one point. People thought that was disrespectful, Jeff. 48.5 the point total. Your prediction for Florida State Louisville ACC Championship game Saturday?
I've wrestled with this back and forth. At the end, I agree with Ira's assessment. The best unit on the field is Florida State's defense, and I think if they can stop the run, and that's a big if, they're going to have to line up and do it. But if they do, I think they will find a way to hang in there, and eventually some of those superstars make a few big plays, whether that is Trey Benson, whether that is actually maybe the embattled, if you were, Tate Rodemaker, who I think has the ability to make the big throws, man. And if he's got time, he will. And some of those kids will make big plays for him. At the end of the day, I've got Florida State winning the game 27-21.
Oh, they're going to cover. Look at that.
A little cover action.
But right on the total, right? Is that right on the total?
Was that the total? 48 and a half?
Yeah.
I didn't,
Under.
All right. Not a bad one. Yeah, I don't have a lot of analysis to add to that. I just don't want to be the guy that's going to pick, I'm only the one guy's going to pick.
There hasn't been one. There hasn't been
I don't
one.
think I believe it either, though. But I don't believe it either.
There hasn't been one pick against Florida State this entire season.
No, we all picked LSU. We all picked Florida State against LSU. We all picked Florida State against Clemson. So,
right. And that's including their media in some of those games too, right?
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Interesting.
24-23 Florida State wins.
Ooh.
They do not cover.
Aslan, I almost took 24-23. Good job, buddy. We're right there. We're all right there in the same ballpark. Good game.
Yeah. We'll all be right there in Charlotte. Again, hanging out Resident Culture in Charlotte, North Carolina, Friday night, 6 o'clock meet and greet with the Warchant.com staff, the three guys you see on the screen, plus Matt Lasser and Corey, the face guys. So come hang out and check out Warchant.com. Take advantage of that silly season promo, if you will. Don't forget, portal opens December 4th, early signing period. You got bowl prep, CFP college football playoff game, semifinal prep as well. So we'll keep our fingers and toes crossed. Next time you see us, it'll probably be in Charlotte.